Live streaming is on.
Aray coach. Very loud.
I don't know. I mean, I'll see if I manage to work with somebody. It's always
Monday.
best, right? You said, you
Monday
said
is
you
what?
want to schedule.
Monday.
So breath, inhaling, exhaling, relaxing. Now inhaling together,
Okay.
exhale.
So Monday will it be available?
We can see that in the wrap up, but let's stay focused. We are in topic 2.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Mm.
this is the how we organized last time with Jade.
Let's go. He said I'm ready.
And I also wanted to get here the see if there is some more details on the sub trajectories.
Forgot to share screen. Wait. Share screen.
Sub trajectories. Yeah, there's
So where
a
are
lot.
you?
I'm at the moment. I'm the FQV trajectory
Schedule.
spreadsheet. No, topic 2. Now I'm seeing here. I copied and pasted the full trajectories that Jay and I organized the other day. Now seeing there's some more we want to include, but let's wait for Jay first.
I'm here.
Jay's here, I think.
Ah,
Jay's
Jay's here.
here.
Oh, cool. All right, Jay. So we are in topic 2.
So the desired outcome, it doesn't just say, it just says trajectory organizing for Umbrella Showcase website. So the question is, what trajectory are we in?
We are in the planning and coordination.
Planning.
We're in the planning and coordination. Okay.
Or maybe the
On Wednesday, Thursday is planning and coordination, right? So because we only have 3
full
goal
trajectory.
trajectories, I guess there has to be 2 planning and coordination ones. Is that what's going on?
I mean, yeah, we condensed everything in these 3 full trajectories. I mean, today is the pipeline experience model. With here, it's under planning and coordination. Also, launch agreement. I mean, the cutoff is all part of the launch agreement, which is planning and coordination. But for example, the sponsorship program, coordination, organizing, and the life support alliance, it maybe is more under identity, criteria, purpose, and scope. Income strategy as well.
Yeah, but they're still related. Okay.
Hmm.
Good to know. So there's definitely a little bit of interesting stuff going on there.
Yeah.
But I think the easiest way to think about it is basically we have
I
3
would,
days of planning right now for the Umbrella Showcase website. So I think that's obviously going to change once we're done with our plans. Then we don't have to worry as much about the planning. We get focused on all the work.
yeah. I mean, but related to the trajectory organizing, I think, I mean, obviously under sub trajectories there would be no, there wouldn't be. I mean, no, because the actual showcase website would go into the pipeline, right? It would the pipeline that determines what we're working on.
Well, we don't have all the sub trajectories organized here, that's for sure. So where do we actually see the sub trajectories? Under the line 4, right?
Or no, line 3, they're more organized.
Yes.
Prime, there is a tab called Prime Sub Trajectories. We have a lot of segment under planning coordination sub trajectory, line 16 of the tab. There's segments. Then here there's also we started organizing the actual guide identity and guideline guiding document sub trajectory. So 30-second stretch.
Why I cannot hear that, Alberto?
I don't know. I think it wasn't set up, but it's 12 minutes. So I know it by heart. So 30-second stretch.
Ay, Lord.
All right. So
Anyways, I think overall everything looks fine. I think the schedule is okay for now, and we should just jump into the the work. I mean, it's definitely not particularly perfect. We could do a lot more organizing here. But
yeah, but we should wait before we take the decision on the cutoff, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
the
agree.
cutoff decision is more, because once we get the cutoff decision made, it'll be easier to update everything and get it all organized correctly.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Let's move to topic 3. Let's go into topic 3, creating the tab.
I created the tab. Okay.
Are you create? All right.
No, it's
Let me
okay.
do.
You continue. Can you
Okay.
continue?
Well, I guess what's missing here is the sub trajectories. That's what's missing.
No, Jay, because you remember we took this list. Let me get the list back. The list back. Last time together we took this list here. Let me take it. All right, we took this list here, I'm putting, yes. No, not this list. We took this list here in line 35. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we condensed. I mean, we said that. I mean, what would be the actual sub-trajectories, right? Because so we condensed everything under the launch agreement, the identity guideline documents, planning coordination, multimedia, and then pipeline experience model. And then, yeah, extension of the websites. We created this trajectory that is extension of the websites. I think once
Means extension of the websites. I have no idea what that means. Oh, the showcase website work. Yeah, this is just all of the websites, right? The list of websites.
exactly, yeah, yeah. Extension of the website. You meant the umbrella showcase website. Like each web showcase website is like the extension of the umbrella showcase website.
Yeah, it's fine. So, but this still doesn't organize the planning coordination full trajectory. Right? So if you come down to line 50, you have the planning and coordination full trajectory. It needs to be organized with clear sub-trajectories and segments. Does that make sense? Because like we don't have that. It doesn't exist. I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, no, we didn't organize yet. Mm-hmm.
So that's what needs to be done. So it just took me a while to figure out what needed to be done, but it's like that's a problem. There needs just it shouldn't take very long. We just need to organize the sub trajectories under planning and coordination, so that it's and we have two scheduled three.
We already organized two.
On it.
We already organized two of the sub trajectories: launch agreement and pipeline experience model.
Where?
Here again, back in line 8. The sub trajectories we said would be launch agreement and
yeah, that's just sub trajectories under planning and coordination. That's not organized.
Not in the segments. Yes. Yeah. Of course, yeah, the segments. We started to do it here, right?
Old sub trajectories. If you look at our list of segments, all these segments need to be organized into the sub trajectories. Because you were looking you're looking at the old list of sub trajectories, which is no longer relevant.
I know this is not longer relevant. I'm looking at the new list. Such trajectory are 2: launch agreement and pipeline experience model under the full trajectory planning and coordination. And then yes, these are the segments.
But they're not organized or agreed upon. I don't understand why you're saying those are the sub trajectories. Those are just things that we're putting under planning and coordination.
As sub trajectories.
Yes, but that in no way means that that's all the sub trajectories. Like I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't get it. What you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're all the sub trajectories. For the moment, we have.
We need to know all the sub trajectories. So let's just get it organized.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So can we just get it organized real quick? It shouldn't take very long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need to list all of the sub trajectories. So obviously 2 of them are the launch agreement and the pipeline experience model, right? But that's only 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to make that 2 and 3 because number 1 should be the planning and coordination sub trajectory. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what else do we need? So some of the segments that we talked about before was schedule, overall sub-trajectory organizing, budget, CCC recruitment. So budget CCC recruitment, if we're going to have that here, it should probably be its own sub trajectory. Follow through. This is extremely important. Follow through with policies, training, management, and timeline. So I would say follow through, training, and policies. These all sound like different sub trajectories. Management and timeline could be related. Showcase launch plan. We obviously need a plan, vortex, and other methodologies, communications, decision making.
Yeah.
So I'll put these down over here in column D. So these are the ones I think are pretty clearly their own, trajectories.
I know.
What?
Clear.
What
Okay.
again, Alberto, you were cutting?
I think through
It looks like we
You're
need to
cutting,
recut.
Alberto.
I'm gonna Alberto?
On.
there is two Albertos now.
Okay, I can hear you.
I'm gonna kick one out. All right. This should be. Do you hear me better now?
Yeah.
I would say that instead of follow through, I mean follow through could be a segment of management and timeline. And for me, it makes more sense to call it management and timelines, project management.
Okay.
Or are they two different things?
That's fine. But so that would be another one that we are adding. So instead of follow through, you're just saying that it's management and timeline.
Yeah, follow through would be like a segment, like for example, also the what was the other? Yeah.
I think it's actually the plan. The showcase launch plan is the trajectory, and then the segments include the management and timeline, right? As
Mhm.
well as the
Mhm.
follow through. Does that make more sense?
Correct. Yeah. Follow through, management, training, policies.
Wait, why training? What does that have to do with it?
Time to take a break.
Should we go ahead and take a quick
Time to take a break.
or should we just keep going?
No, let's
I don't
take a break.
long. I'm fine to just continue. I don't have very long. I've got to go make dinner really soon here. So
No, in this
I'm fine
case,
to
let's continue. Let's
yeah,
continue.
because I probably have 15, 20 minutes, like maximum like 30 minutes left. Okay.
Okay, let's take 30 seconds stretch instead.
Yeah. 30 seconds. All right.
Okay. I mean, training is part of like management, following through, making sure project management.
But no, but the showcase launch plan is what the trajectory is, which includes the plan will include how we manage things, the timeline, the follow through, basically like coordination, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Training is totally separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coordination. Training is something that needs to be managed and followed through on, right?
Correct.
Does that make
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I get it.
just because it's in the plan doesn't mean that it's a segment. Like obviously we'll have training in the plan, but that's not like the training itself is a separate thing. And so I would say policies should be a separate thing, you know? Like I feel like policies are very specific.
Absolutely.
So I would add budget CCC recruitment because, you know, we do need a budget, or we could put that under the planning and coordination subtrajectory, like as a segment. You know, that basically we need to prioritize the budget, you know, which is just part of our planning and coordination. So launch agreement is what we're doing now. Pipeline experience model is super important, super key. But pipeline, yeah, and then we have training policies. Yeah, I think this all looks good. And we could say policies and methods, you know?
I think
and then under planning coordination,
I think the schedule is.
Right.
I think the schedule is maybe its own subtrajectory, or maybe the.
I would just put it under planning coordination. I mean, I don't know what's why does it need to be its own subtrajectory? Like, what is it that is going to be? I mean, for me, the schedule is basically done, and it's. I mean, actually, you could put the schedule under the showcase launch plan, maybe be part of our plan, or just part of our normal planning and coordination.
Yeah, I think it's part of where you put it, planning coordination. Yeah. The management is more what planning and coordination decides. Then there is the management and timeline follow through coordination.
Yeah, and then we
what
also
we
have
plan.
What we're doing now is the sub-trajectory organizing, right? Sub-trajectory organizing,
which is there
right now as part of the planning coordination.
Yeah. Then we have decision making, would go under policies, right? And method.
I put it under launch agreement.
Or you mean because you mean the actual decision making, right? Not how we do the decision making, correct?
Yeah, I think it's the actual decision making, but I don't know. Not too worried about it. I don't know why we have it here.
Then we have communications.
It's already there.
The communication is all part of
Subtrajectory.
Communications is everything, right? It can go anywhere.
But that's mainly like our email list and things like that, you know? Communications, email, Discord.
Okay.
All right, cool. So anyways, I think this is good enough for now. It's going to need more review and organizing and all of that. I think vortex and methodologies we could put under training. But it could also go under policies and methods. All right, so I'm not too worried about this. I just want to make sure we had something. And remember, we're splitting this up between 2 days. So, you know, I think the first one's planning, coordination, launch agreement, pipeline experience model would be today, right, for Saturdays, and then on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursdays, it would be the other one.
So.
Oh, but we also forgot the life support alliance planning and the sponsorship cooperativeship planning. I think those are also need to be added based on our schedule.
Yeah.
Because basically what we decided was that you know, the support alliance has a website, but that the support alliance also has this planning and this meeting that needs to be scheduled, right? So, and then the sponsorship and cooperativeship, there's the, you know, I think it's just part of the pipeline experience. Maybe the sponsorship cooperativeship is a separate thing because it's just going to go under the client work.
So, yeah, for example, under the pipeline experience, I would put the websites work, right?
Right, so it's a life support alliance and sponsorship, right? It's not website work. It's more of the planning that goes into supporting it. So we'll just put it on a pipeline experience model for now. Sound good?
All right. So where will we put then the actual website work?
The website work is
It's
has
under
its own trajectory.
It's on the
Has
full
a full
trajectory.
trajectory, and that is scheduled for Thursday, Friday, Hydra hour 1, hour 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. All right, so yeah, we're making a little progress here. There's still a ways to go, but we're making progress.
Sponsor the cooperative. Yeah. Perfect pipeline experience. Yeah. Great. Has everything already. Saturday, Sunday. Identifying guiding
So I just
documents.
I'm adding all this stuff in here. So. Cool. All right, so I think we're so organized. This is great, you know. So now every Saturday we can look and see exactly what we need to do, and then we just need to update. Can you make sure that we update? You know, like so on the full trajectory spreadsheet, there needs to be a tab for the planning and coordination of the umbrella website. Umbrella trajectories, full trajectories. So it's the planning and coordination of the umbrella showcase website, right? So that needs a tab. So I'm going to make a tab here. It's going to be umbrella showcase website, planning / coordination. And then we just need to index everything we just talked about in there so that we don't forget it. And then we're done. That sound good?
Time to pause. Time to pause.
All right. So are we good or what?
Yeah.
So
There's 5. I think there's the policies.
Huh?
I think we forgot one sub-trajectory, policies and methods.
Policies and method. Oh, it just didn't get copied and pasted. Yes. Okay.
So we would. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. No. Okay.
All right. So I think we are good to go. So I'm ready for the next topic.
Okay. Topic 3 cutoff. So we want to get the notes from the main session on it. Wait a second.
Okay, I'm happy.
I'm getting
the vote that we did, rotation.
Yeah, I'm taking everything. Okay. Taking everything.
Okay.
Copy. It's a lot. There we go. Can delete these notes here. Yeah, so now we have only the options. So for option 3, guys, you voted A5, correct?
Option 3 for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has come to it is, yeah. As you can see, we changed our votes
You
considerably.
change?
We did, yeah. I'm gonna change it even further because it has come to our attention. There is a potential client that Mel has brought up, right? And so we were discussing in order to avoid a lot of time-consuming hours that wouldn't bring to anything, how to intake potential clients, right? So we should be very clear from the beginning. We should give them two options. Any potential client should have two options. They either are serious and they immediately
Missed the breath.
miss the breath. Yeah. So inhaling, yeah. Exhaling, relaxing. Now, inhaling all together. Exhaling. So basically, this potential clients, and it's going to happen over and over again. Most of the times, they might not know if they want to hire us or what they want, right? Maybe they're not clear if they want sponsorship, they want SVG, and SVG also has a very clear clear billing pricing, right? So we want to take on clients only that can give us work for at least $1,500 per month, right? So because we offer them our whole team, so we brainstormed that a lot, and we came uh, to to the conclusion that we should be able to give any potential client that comes two options. If they are immediately serious and they want services from SVG, we can meet and schedule a one-to-one meeting where basically it's already paid. They would already pay us for that, right? For that meeting.
Well, technically, the second one you pay for, but yeah.
Yeah, technically the actual payment would be later, but that meeting we can take a risk, but there would be a very limited meeting, where we control the process, where we would keep it short, 1 hour or something, just to set the base for the scope and the
scope of
contract, and then we would schedule a second or more meetings later, where they would already pay us for the first meeting already for the second. So we wouldn't work for nothing. It would be all client work, paid client work. But what if they?
Time to pause.
They need to have. Okay, for a second pause. So they need to have a place where they can discuss freely. But it's. The only place that we can do that, and it's beneficial really to us as well, is the organization support.
Yeah.
Right? So we would say we have the organization support. We would add you into the we would invite you. Then you can join this program for now. You can come at that dedicated space where we can discuss anything and see what are the best options, right? So, and that's very important, because otherwise we would miss out probably on many clients, because they say, all right, maybe, otherwise we would need to spend hours and hours or discussing things that we wouldn't get paid, and doesn't make sense. We don't want that to happen, right? Like Mel was saying, that she spends so many hours in like calls and things, and then nothing happens. It cannot happen. So, and for that we have the organization support. That's what we do as a social project, right? Social program that we have. So, we are basically all on the same page that it would be really the best option at this point would be probably option 3, or even option 4. But definitely option 3.
Yeah, For me, the simple way of saying it is simply that like the problem with option 2 is simply it doesn't meet our active criteria. So one of our criteria for the Umbrella Showcase website is everything that's active we really need to include, and life support is something that we just don't see us not being able to provide unless we basically don't want clients, right? Like it's just part of our client offerings, right? It's like it's almost like our first thing that we offer, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really helpful for us to have that. And so in that way, I mean, I prefer option 2 over option 3 in relationship to option 3 being not thought out well. But in terms of just like being forced into it, we're basically, I feel forced into option 3. Like I don't feel like we can avoid life support. I feel like we need life support, which means for me, it's between option 3 and option 4. So for the problem with option, well, I'll go into the problems and then we can fix the problems. But right now, I feel like we're just kind of forced into option 3, and so I'm pushing option 3 instead of option 2. But then
Time to stretch.
I also like option 4 too. So, anyways, 30-second stretch. So Joyce, do you have any questions? Or you kind of understand, or do you want to update your vote or anything?
Yeah,
I can
I can
certainly
understand.
encourage you to update your vote.
I can understand. I updated my vote.
Well, almost fainted.
So 7:52. What, Alberto?
I almost fainted. Like, yeah, you know, you're
Well,
like,
that's good. That means you're
yeah,
sitting too long.
that's very good, because I mean, you stand up, you stretch, and you really feel like all the blood flowing. It's like you have this
Yeah,
sensation.
well, it's good to stretch down as well as up. So make sure you do your double fold and you can extend your arms down, and then you get blood in your head and everything. And then it's also good to make sure you're moving your toes and your feet and your legs all the way up into your head, as opposed to moving your arms and your head up without moving your legs. Yeah?
Yeah, because it's going up, the blood.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so this looks correct. So anyways, if you don't have any questions for me, the problem with option 3 is that it doesn't have much of a pipeline. And so my proposal for option 3 is to expand the pipeline and like build the pipeline into the proposal and build the pipeline into our planning and our work schedule. For me, actually not for me, for Mel, the problem with both option 3 and option 4 is she feels like the timeline is too long. She wants to increase the number of hours per week that we work and shorten the timeline and make it go faster. So I'm not against that. I just feel like, okay, if we want to work harder and we want to work more hours and we want to get the work done quicker, we can do that, but we haven't done that in the past. We're not doing that now. And so why would we create a plan of something that doesn't exist, right? So as soon as we start working harder and doing things faster and scheduling more and getting all the work done better, then yeah, we can shorten the timeline. But it doesn't make sense to shorten the timeline before we actually know we can shorten the timeline. Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I was also telling Mel. I mean, it's all nice words. Like let's go with option 3, but with a shorter timeline. No, I mean the timeline needs to be based on realistic considerations.
Time to pause.
5 seconds. Okay.
So the considerations are that the pipeline to me is already very optimistic, right? If you do everything in 2 months, that for me is a very optimistic pipeline already. So I don't see how we can. Option 3 is 3.5 months. Sorry, yeah, it's 3 months. It's already optimistic, right? Yeah. 3 months. I would sign it now if we do it in 3 months. And And so I wouldn't commit on something, or I wouldn't sign off or agree on something that I don't believe in, right? So to shorten the timeline on option 3 to like 2 months, I don't believe this is anywhere possible given the information we currently have. The only thing that I said to Mel is that the only way that I can believe that we could realistically shorten the timeline on option 3 if she actually starts to be involved a lot more, like really become part of the team, starts schedule every day and put the effort every day, maybe Cobalt, Sonic, whatever. But I mean, that's the only way that I can believe that we can have a shorter timeline. Otherwise, I think it's fine to have a 3 months timeline, 3.5 timeline. It's realistic, it's feasible. Probably, given the experience, I would say maybe we'll go a little bit long, maybe 4 months, but it's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. That's my opinion on all of that.
Yeah. So what I would like to do, if you're on the same page, and basically option 3 is now our top priority, what I would like to do is just go deeper into option 3 and basically work out
The pipeline.
the details, you know, and that's, I'll bring it down to line 85. So does that sound good?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds very good.
Okay, so for me, the biggest thing that's a problem in this is the pipeline. So that would be the detail I want to work out first, and then there's lots of other details still as well. But so for the pipeline, the first thing is that we would, you know, prioritize the pipeline.
Time for breath.
Breath. Inhaling and exhale, and inhale together, and exhale. All right. So for the pipeline, we want to prioritize the pipeline for all our priority programs / projects that we are not moving forward with. Right. So this would include, you know, one, you know, let's say include a half to 1 session per week as one of our trajectories, and would make sure we are organizing and preparing for our pipeline. Okay, so that's basically the idea of the pipeline. So what would the pipeline consist of? Basically, if the social value group, sponsorship program, and support alliance are 1, 2, and 3, and we also have the Umbrella Showcase website itself, right? Now let's just call that 0, right?
Of course.
So you have the Umbrella Showcase website, you've got the social value group, sponsorship program, and life support. And so then you would have a line here, and then this would be your cutoff. And then you would have the beginning of the pipeline, right? So I guess technically you would put it here instead of the pipeline. Right. So and here we have 4, 5, 6. So for me, it basically be the pipeline experience model. I would like us, you know, just putting on notes here. Pipeline details. We obviously want to continue to prioritize and finalize the pipeline order, right? So the pipeline order is still not worked out yet, but you have the pipeline experience model itself, which is obviously extremely important. You've got the co-op, right? The contributors co-op. You've got the
fundraising.
fundraising campaign. So this is the umbrella
Fundraising campaign.
Hey, are you guys taking off? No. Are you guys staying for dinner? A package? Two packages.
Time to pause.
Both of them, huh? Wow, thank you.
Time to pause.
So exciting. All right. Sounds good.
Time
Almost
to
done.
pause.
We'll be done soon. You guys gonna stay for dinner? Yeah. All right. I'm just getting distracted here by nieces. So you have the umbrella fundraising campaign. So you think you want to add the community equity? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the order. This is just, we don't have the order, but yes,
So
community,
for me, the problem with the community equity is the community equity might
community
be under the
or
contributor-
planetary session.
planetary session. Yeah, that's the one I want to add. So I would get rid of community equity because we're not sure about that one yet, because it might be able to simply be added under the contributors co-op. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be its own separate thing for now. So I would just delete that for now and just only focus on things that we
Okay.
know we would agree on, right? So I think we would all be able to agree on the planetary sessions. So I don't know what else we would have besides these four, but the idea is that these four are enough to have a clear pipeline. So if we have four to begin with that we're launching, and then we have four in the pipeline, then it's serious, you know? So you have another one you want to add?
Yeah.
E-commerce. Yeah.
E-commerce.
I'd like to get it started on that.
Yeah, it would be good. I feel like it's, again, for me, it's sort of under the fundraising campaign. It's like a model of raising money by selling merchandise, right? It's like merchandising, right? So I understand that it could be its own project and its own model and all that kind of stuff. So it's fine. Maybe we could call it, merchandising, e-commerce or something like that.
Yeah, I see different because, I mean, the umbrella fundraising campaign, as we have come to understand it now, is the showcase website where we showcase our social campaigns, where we are helping individuals, we're helping social projects, to our even our sponsorship programs
Yeah, I understand the
to
difference.
raise.
I understand the difference. Keeping it separate, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So I also added sim, root, diverge. I mean, I think that is pretty much ready to go. We just need to get the Delaware Corporation set up. So, and then from here, we want to link the rest of the options for the pipeline. So anyway, so the idea is that we would get basically agreement on some type of pipeline.
Time to take a break.
But more importantly, the process, right? That we want to agree on the process of finalizing the pipeline and all that. You know? So that would be part of the pipeline experience model.
Okay.
For me, the pipeline is essential for the actual complete picture of what we're trying to do. Because otherwise, I feel like it's not really a complete option. Like the option just doesn't make sense to me by itself.
The immediate pipeline, yeah.
I like that, the immediate pipeline.
Yeah,
Immediate is a bad word. It's the launch follow. It's the launch after launch pipeline. You know. All right. So anything else that we want to add to the details here?
I have another one to add. Here, I mean, it's just adding, right? It's not that we want to have all of this, but I mean, I think it's also very important to be considered in the short term.
go into the link of the rest of the options for the pipeline, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, for me,
that's there.
I mean, for me, it's like we know we're doing contributor co-op and umbrella fundraising campaign basically is already added in. So for me, the question is, what else are we already doing? We're already doing planetary sessions. We're basically already doing Sim, Root, Diverge. Like the merchandising commerce, we're not doing. The Institute educational courses, we're not obviously not doing. So those are not as essential. But anyways, I want to make sure that we link the rest of the options for the pipeline and then make sure we focus on the process for the pipeline, which is why we would schedule one session per week to continue that to get it all organized. And then this would be a page. I love you. Oh, bye. Take care. Did you open them? I did. You can give this to Juba. Oh, that's
Very cute.
What'd you say to Jacob? What's it you love? Okay, come on. All right, Jacob. Nice to see you. Okay, bye. Oh, my goodness. All right. Showcase pipeline experience model system. So
Wait, I'm gonna link the correct way. Wait, I'm linking the correct way, the correct one, which is the list of websites. Okay. Oh no, I made a mistake.
What spreadsheet you?
I made a mistake. Pipeline options.
all right, cool.
Here.
All right, so I think that we are good for now for the pipeline part, but I think there's other details that we would want to include in the proposal for option 3.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I don't know if that's what you're thinking. We could either have a more detailed breakdown of the work and hours, where we are with each website.
Yeah, that would all be good.
Yeah.
You know, the
So
total work, like we could start working on the actual timeline. So we had like the timeline, you know, basically we've got March, then we've got April, and then we have May. So if we're looking at 3-month timeline, that would be March 11th, April 11th, May 11th, and then you'd have June 11th, right? So let's just say like by the second week of June, we would launch, you know, so final agreement on launch and ads. So it's good to work backward, you know?
Correct.
Obviously, we want to put this into our you know, actual lunar cycle instead of just Gregorian, you know?
So in this case, we would have February, March, 3rd, 4th week. It's the 14th, right? The last quarter moon, yeah. So we're about to start the 3rd and 4th week. 15th.
Yeah, 15, 2 a.m.
Then we'll have March, April.
It's 7 o'clock.
Then we would have April, May.
That's correct.
And then we would have May, June.
Yeah, that's perfect. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of working backwards here, you know, like May, June, we want to basically launch, finalize agreement on the launch and the ads. I was thinking April, May, we might want to review the entire website ecosystem of all the links and interconnections to really make sure that it feels all good and that we're just getting all the little details. The 3rd week might be clarity and agreement on our core story. that basically as it's presented online, that our core story is integral and has integrity throughout. I feel like that's really important because that's the whole concept of what we're doing. So then from there, it's just really getting into each individual website. So, there's not a lot
So
of
for
time.
now, I would start with the. I'll start with the beginning here because I think the first week it's gonna be like as you said to work on no website at all, right? We wanna work on the process, like the pipeline process,
Yeah.
right? So we want to review everything that has been done with SVG and organize that. So maybe that could take even both weeks, right?
This
Yeah, maybe it might take both weeks. So from here, I think we want to focus on. I think the first step is Umbrella Showcase website identity. Overall understanding of what we are and who we are and our entity and legal relationships. I think that is just essential to get completed. And then basically you have SVG website finalization for the 2-over. Then we have, and I think while we work on this, I feel like we could be working on CCC throughout. This is additional priorities would be like CCC. I feel like CCC website is
Yeah, the
like.
CCC would be under the general teamwork.
What is this first step second? I don't know what that is. What is that?
You said just the Umbrella Showcase website identity will be the first step, and then the second step will be the
First
SVG
week.
website
We have
finalization.
first, second, third week.
Okay,
No,
so
we're organizing by a timeline, right? So we have
I
first
don't
week,
think we need to
second
write
week,
that
third
down.
week.
That's inherent in the actual timeline. So, but what I want to say here is basically that the CCC website can be worked on congruently during all of this, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe the third week we could actually see a soft launch for SVG and CCC.
I don't think soft
So we want to
launches are
do one
part of
after
our
the other.
timeline. This is our timeline for the launch. If we do a soft launch, it's like a separate thing. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
what I would say here is that, so yeah, we can do a soft launch whenever we want, but it's not like what we're planning for. We're planning for the actual launch. So for me, what we have here is we have the sponsorship. So we finalize SVG website, and then we work on the sponsorship program, sponsorship / cooperativeship program, and ecosystem of sites. I don't know if SVG will be ready for soft launch. I just don't know what that means.
So second week, are we finalizing the SVG website? I'm not saying it's going to be launched, but I mean,
soft launch
could be
SVG.
like
That Mel is sending an email with the link for the SVG website to a potential client means it's already soft launch. Like I don't understand what that, how I don't see how it's part of our timeline for the launch. So anyone can soft launch anything at any time.
website finalization is
it's not part of the timeline, it's not part of anything. It's like you want to go send someone the email, you want to go post it on social media, whatever you want to do, you just go do it. It's like a soft launch. Does that make sense? Like
it's
there's
like
no
a soft launch. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
I'm gonna add this.
So we have the sponsorship cooperative program ecosystem sites. So I feel like this might take 2 weeks. So then that leaves us 2 weeks to deal with the Life Support Alliance website. So I think there might be some overlap here, right? Where basically, like if we could get BCC, maybe we start life support while we're doing sponsorship, and life support might continue a little bit afterwards. That's my first go over. Remember, this is just for 3 months, right? Really, realistically, it'd take more like 3.5 months. Yeah?
So
But I
breath,
think there is a little bit of overlap between sponsorship and life support. So additional priorities.
let's take a breath. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing. Now inhaling all together. Exhaling.